to the Super Dope Podcast. I am Jedi, accompanied by my boy Deez.
That's me. These short for these Bolo.
Also here with Ghost,
Yeah.
aka the Apex Legend.
Oh, yo, come on, stop it, yo. Stop it.
Not playing too much. You playing too much.
Deez, aka the Unibrow Bomber.
Yo, man, I'm chilling right now. Don't. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, my man's already drunk, y'all. We don't know what kind of show this is gonna be.
You look like Pink Salt Bay.
Yo, my man, you know what I'm trying to go for right now? And yo, viewers, please chime in your comments down below. My man, I'm trying to be the modern day Puerto Rican Uncle Jesse.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, yo, my man, I could be in the Rippers. If I wanted to be in the Rippers, I could be in the Rippers.
Fam, can we get 3 minutes into the podcast without some bullshit? Like,
Uncle Jesse had no place of his own. He barely had a job. It was like the end of the series before he got his shit together.
Yo, but still, yo, all right. Then I'm the reboot Uncle Jesse. Yo, call me Theo Hesse. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Hesse. So what have you guys been playing?
I'm playing. I play Apex per usual. That is my go-to. But I'm playing a lot of Hyperscape. That game, it's dope. It's dope because it's like it's so fast paced. It's a little like there's not a lot of content to it. Like the skins, regular. The guns, pretty regular. But like the pace, is just dope. The abilities are dope. So it's still kind of in beta, but I think that game's gonna be all right.
Yo, hold on. Before we leave this topic, hold on. I haven't gotten past the waiting room. So like, no, I'm serious, right? So I downloaded the game. I wanted to try it out. But every time I try to, I guess, enter the Hyperscape, I just get the little dialogue in the corner, and then I don't have patience, so I'm like, oh, it's broken, and I jump out of it. Do I have to wait? Like, how long do you wait before you actually shoot things?
I mean, I think this kind of goes without saying, but maybe you should read it. Like it tells you.
Fuck that. So to the earlier question, yo, Jedi, what I'm playing, Midnight Club 2. PS2, I'm loving it. I'm just about to get the Velocity, aka the Saline S7.
I used to that thing.
Yo, I'm bringing it back. I know that this game is 2003, so 17 years old. This shit's old enough to drive its own car. But I'm digging it. I'm playing that. And that's it. That's it until further notice. I was interested a little bit in possibly scooping up the new UFC. I know if you pre-ordered, you got Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury as downloadable characters, but it for me personally, that UFC is like a poor substitute. Man, that's probably a bad choice of words. I'm going to say it anyways. A poor substitute for a boxing game, right? Like I want a boxing game, and until I can get a boxing game, I'll get a UFC game. But fuck that. I'm waiting till it's $20. Then I'll buy it.
Yeah, UFC 4, right?
Yeah, yep. That's the new one. It just came out this week, actually, a couple days ago.
Oh, word.
I saw that.
You guys ever get a chance to download that Marvel's Avengers beta?
Go, Ghost. I'll let you take it away.
It's just I just didn't download it. It's I'm looking forward to it. I really want to play it. I've been watching some streamers play it. It looks like a dope game. I haven't gotten around to it between streaming and work and all that. Like I gotta, I just haven't had the time to download it and play it. But it looks like a lot of fun.
I hear good things about it.
My personal feelings of this, right? The movies were so amazing. For me to get bogged down with a shitty game, like I'm almost afraid. I'm afraid. That's almost why, like, I don't want to play it and get upset, right? So I didn't even know there was a downloadable beta or whatever it is. I think there are pre-orders up. I don't know how interested I am in that. I might just wait for the Spider-Man 2 to come out.
Miles Morales, huh?
Yo, hell yeah, me lit.
They're saying Miles Morales might come out on PS4 and PS5, and a lot of people are upset about it.
Well, I thought that was the plan, anyways, right? Let it come out for the PS4 with the PS5 being the souped up version, right? The turbo version. I don't. I mean, shit. For a gaming company, think about it, right? They're just gonna reap all the bucks. So what's from the business aspect of it? What's the problem?
The thing is, if it comes out on PS4, then there's no incentive to buy a PS5.
But I don't think who makes Spider-Man? Who makes that? What company?
Omnia.
All right. So it's not like it's a Sony exclusive, right? So it's not like Sony is like, I'm gonna make this game to get you to buy this system. Insomnia is like, shit, I'll put that shit on any platform that can run it. If your motherfucking iMac from 2003 will run it, shit, we'll put it on that. Download it. So I think from a business standpoint,
yeah,
for me, anyways, this is very surface level. I don't know the intricacies that go into it, but from a surface level, put it on everything. So when I hear about exclusive games, I think I'm like, all right, what was the deal in place that made it, from a business standpoint, possible, right? When you have, unless it's a first party game, right? Microsoft is making their own games. Nintendo makes their own games. Sony makes their own games. But if you're just somebody else and you're like, damn, I'm gonna make my game and I only want it on that system, why? What's driving that decision? From a business standpoint, shit, I want that on everything. I want everybody to buy this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's the thing, right? So Sony owns Spider-Man. That's why all the Spider-Man movies are Sony movies, and they had to sign that deal with Disney, like, all right, yo, y'all can use Spider-Man for, 3 movies, 4 movies, whatever the deal was. And that's why everybody was panicking when the deal ran out. So when it comes to the game, that's why when Insomnia, it's just like, yo, we only want this on PlayStation. The same thing with the Avengers game, right? So if you get it on PlayStation, you're going to be able to get Spider-Man as downloadable content for PlayStation exclusive. Because Sony owns it. So I'm kind of glad they're doing it this way, just because everybody's not going to get a PS5 this year. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, you still can't buy a Wii. You still can't. Like, they just don't sell them.
You mean a Wii, or you mean the Switch?
My bad. You can't buy a Switch right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sold out. So, when PS5 comes out and it sells out, you just can't play Miles Morales if you don't have his PS5. That'd be silly. Because then, that's gonna hurt your numbers. I'm not gonna buy the game in anticipation of me getting a PS5 2-3 months from now. So it makes sense to release it on both.
Now, one thing that I know I think I know that Microsoft is doing is that thing where you buy it for the current generation, but the minute you get the new joint, it bumps it up. You download all the packages in order to make it visually appealing to the new standards or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. That, I think, is an awesome tactic. From a consumer standpoint, right?
Right.
From a business standpoint, shit, they might as well fuck around and be like, listen, you buy the PS4 version, that's all you got. You get the PS5, you got to buy the PS5 version. It's a whole different kit and caboodle, right? Yeah. So from a consumer standpoint, I think it's dope that the different companies will allow you to do that, right? You get this version, we're gonna bump you up when you get the new shit.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are gonna do the NBA 2K21 route, and let's say, all right, so the new NBA for PS4 is gonna be $60, right?
Okay.
You could buy the $100 Black Mamba edition, which is $100, and then when you get a PS5, that'll translate into the base model game for PS5. You know what I mean? Or for PS5, you could just buy the base model game for $70, because PS5 games are going to be $70.
Well, how common is it for a household to be a multi-generational household?
I don't know. We all don't live
for my household, all the generations are here, right? So for a household like mine, shit, that might work out, right? I could play it on my PS4, my PS5, I could whatever. I don't know. Again, from a business standpoint, does that make sense? Is every household? How many households are going to be like, shit? The PS5 is coming out. I'm trading in my PS4. I'm getting rid of my PS4 because I want to get the latest shit. The PS5 is going to be backwards compatible, maybe, or I can get the PS Now subscription, play all that old shit that I might want to play. Does that make sense? I think that'll definitely play a factor in from a business standpoint how that works out. I just can't see me justifying, damn, let me pay $100 so I could play it on PS5 versus PS4 unless I'm getting additional content. Because from a visual, the average consumer is you might care about the visual. How much visual difference are you going to see from PS4 to PS5 on your standard fucking 32-inch flat screen TV?
The thing is, too, though, with that visual fidelity and all that, like, how long are you going to be amazed by that while you're playing before you're just like, all right, I'm just doing this mission, that mission, that mission. It's like, you're not going to sit there every time you're playing and be like, wow, look at the grass. Wow, look at the sky. Wow.
So that's a good point. I'm asking you guys this. When's the last time you were amazed by something you saw on the screen?
Ghost of Tsushima last weekend before that.
Like literally, like, I can't front. I'm still gonna go back to 1990 fucking one. Oh. The first time I saw Super Mario World, I haven't felt like that ever again after any generation. I expect this shit, right? Like, I expect to be able to like walk into a building and push a hole or have sex in the back of the car. I don't know, whatever. Super Mario World to me was like the craziest leap between generations that I've ever seen. What we're getting now is like, so they're like borderline. Like, I could do an extra backflip or whatever in this mode of it versus that system. Like, I haven't seen that. And with what 4K is the biggest deal right now. When are we going to see 8K gaming? Like, we've been playing 4K, or at least we think we're playing 4K. When do we see 8K? When do we see that big leap in the visuals? I don't know. They're not giving us anything crazy and new. Or actually, you know what? Fuck it. If we want to even go back maybe a little bit closer to now, Grand Theft Auto 3 was probably the craziest shit I've ever seen after Super Mario. I haven't seen anything. Maybe that Ghost game, I gotta play it. But I haven't seen anything that like wowed my pants off, that I was like, shit, like, I'm waking up at 1 a.m. in calzoncillos to go downstairs and just sit there and be like, yo, the baby's sleeping. I'm just gonna play for a little bit because this game is that crazy. I gotta get through this next level. I haven't experienced that.
That was me last night playing Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is like rocking my pants off right now. Just the way, it's.
And I gotta get it.
No, it's dope. It's dope. I know you don't like the narrative games, D's, but I know you like your indies and your old school games, blah blah blah. But to your point of when I was the last time I was, amazed by something that I saw on the screen, the thing that pops in my head is NFL, I think NFL 99 or NFL Quarterback Club 99 on the Nintendo 64. And that was the first time I ever seen footprints left in the snow in a football game. And I was just like, holy shit. And then after that was NFL 2K when that first came out on the Dreamcast. Running back from the huddle, I was like, damn, that looks so real. I remember seeing that in Best Buy. They had the demo and shit. I'm like, damn, that looks mad real.
That's what I'm looking for, though. I'm sorry, that's what I'm looking for. So you're not gonna sell me $100 copy if you're not gonna give me something more. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could play the PS4 version of the game and be wowed by it. It looks great. I can see that guy's fucking nose, hair, whatever. And what, you're gonna give me an 8K version of that pelito on the PS5? I'm not buying it. I'm good. So on my side, I'll stick to the PS4 version, unless they're gonna give me something more. I can't see myself spending more for that. I will spend $100 for a game for content. When I bought Mortal Kombat 11, I spent $100, but I got downloadable content. Right? It was like, you get all the characters, you get the next rollout, you get X, Y, and Z. I'm good with that because either way, I'm gonna buy it. at intervals anyway, and spend $10 a pop for these pieces. I'll buy it all now, and I don't gotta wait. Just download. But you're not gonna sell me $100 more and give me the same shit just on a different system.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Because the NBA, it's gonna be $60 PS4, $60 PS4, $70 PS5, $100 for the deluxe edition for PS4, which translates into the base edition for PS5.
Now, Ghost Jedi, what is the most you remember paying for a game in your gaming life?
Damn, I think it was. I want to say 70, maybe 70 when I bought what's that game?
What system? Can you remember the system?
Xbox.
Okay.
Xbox.
So this is later on in life.
Xbox 360. I want to say what was it? Frozen Planet or something like that?
Oh, shit. God damn it. I know that Planet name. I remember that because those games were 5. There were like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh shit! God damn it! I don't want to get up. I go look for it because I might have it, but I know what you're talking about. Yo, what about you, Ghost? What's the most you remember paying for a game?
Planet.
What is it? Sorry, what is it?
Lost Planet.
Lost Planet. Okay. The most I remember paying for a game was, I think it was Grand Theft Auto 4.
Okay.
Because they didn't have any irregular versions, so I had to get the deluxe version that came with like a bag and like a lockbox and like no extra in content game. But so instead of paying $60, I think I paid $100 for that. But I just wanted the game. I was like,
I guess it was almost like a trick question, right? Because I was thinking about if we go back generations, right? So I think we've seen progressively in our lifetime how the games kind of go up in price. Now,
really.
Okay.
If you really think about it, Nintendo cartridges when they first came out, those was like $50 each.
That's to my point, right? How much do you remember ever seeing a Super Nintendo cartridge for?
$80.
All right, $80 fucking dollars. 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. This was 1990, baby.
Yeah.
91, 92, 93. You were paying upwards of that for a game. Then I remember, but see, this is before I didn't have any purchasing power back then. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't buying shit. But I'm saying when our group started working, right? You start working, you make a little bit of money. I'm going to say that was the Nintendo 64 era, right? This is mid-90s. We're working, we're making money. The 64 games were roughly around the $50 mark, with PlayStation 1 being slightly less. You could buy Resident Evil for $40, right? But the generation before that, $80 for a Super Nintendo cartridge? There was no downloadable content for that shit. You weren't getting anything extra. Oh, shit. So it's I guess from that standpoint, it's crazy when you fast forward, 25 years later, and you're talking about $75 for a game, $80 for a game. It's like, you were paying the equivalent of more by today's money back then. Same price tag.
It was great. Well, $80. I mean, $80 back then. That would have been like what, 120 now?
I'm like that. I don't know what inflation counts for, but
I know. Like I like that math though. I'm not mad at that math. I would say that.
Home Alone, Lost in New York on Super Nintendo? Hell no.
I wish that I had some of those magazines that I used to have back in the day. Those EB, remember? Yo, fans, if you remember Electronic Boutique, click a like. EB Games, remember that shit?
Yeah.
You had EB Games, baby.
GM, Electronic Gaming Monthly, freaking Game Pro, Tips and Tricks, all those.
That was the dream, right? You get your magazine, you open it up. Maybe you circled it, maybe you didn't because you didn't want to touch it, but you think, damn, I want to get this game. And I remember I would always see, what was that game on Super Nintendo? It was two dudes with glasses on the cover, and it was something Rival. Was it Turf Rivals, Surf Rivals? It was on Super Nintendo.
Was that like they were like skateboarding in the street? Oh no, that's Super Nintendo.
I don't know. It was a cover, 2 dudes on the cover on the cartridge, and it was like you would always see that every month, every issue you would get or whatever. Well, every flyer from the store that I would get. And I'd be like, damn, that must be a cool game. And back then, you judged the game by the cover. Which, if you think about it, when all right, guys, all right, let me pick your brains. When did the covers start depicting something other than what's in the game? And what I mean by that is when you had your Nintendo games, you had a pixelated Mario like this. When did you start getting fucking D's Bolo with glasses on the cover, and then you put the game in, and that shit looked nothing like D's Bolo on the cover?
Damn, I don't even know, man. I thing is, back in the day, I was such a fucking loser, and all I would do is spend my entire paycheck on video games and liquor bottles, even though I wasn't even old enough to drink.
Yo, drinking was
like
cool.
So I had like 60. I had like, it's not a lot from collector standpoint, but back then for me it was a lot. I had like 60 Xbox 360 games, and I was just like such a waste of fucking money. I bought everything that like got my interest from the cover. I even forgot what the hell I fucking bought, but I bought so many stupid games just from the cover, and it's just such a waste of money.
Ghost. Do you remember before GameStop had a return policy?
No.
Okay. Well, I abused the return policy so much.
So you know what?
I couldn't return games anymore.
Yo, so what I used to do was all the like story and adventure games. I would get the used version, and then I had 10 days to beat it. So if I could beat the game in 10 days, I could return it and get my money back or exchange it for something else.
See, so you found a loophole. Listen, kids, there's nothing wrong with that. They there for a reason. I find them all. Yeah, so much so I abused the return policy that I couldn't take advantage of it anymore. But back then, it was you didn't have any outlets to know what the game was about, right? You had the front cover, which was a picture of this. Then you had the back cover, which was a picture of this. Right, and you were like, "Man, them shits are cool. I want to play a chair guy." So you get the game, and the game was nothing like that. Whatever, you had no other choice. But shit, I only made $50 this week, and I spent $50 this week. I gotta return this shit. I gotta get a new game. I definitely ran into some games that, specifically on the Nintendo 64, that I probably wish I never got, like Scars. Remember Scars? No. It was like a racing game. Yeah, that was horrible. Remember that?
Yeah.
and I remember that fighting game Mace.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely ran into some pitfalls growing up, and now it's nice to have these outlets that'll show you what the game actually plays like before you spend your hard-earned money, especially if you're gonna drop $100 and you're a little kid. I don't know who's getting $100 a week for fucking allowance. Shit, my kid's barely getting $1. And that's too much already.
For real. These kids don't earn shit. They don't want to earn shit.
And I don't have these problems. Once again, my pull-out game is immaculate. So I don't have these issues.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't got that problem because, things haven't been finalized in court.
Yeah.
She gonna be a lot different. Shit. Damn.
Oh, man.
They call him Poppy Ghost for a reason.
Poppy Ghost.
But nah, I don't remember Scars. I do remember. I mean, I was the same way. My check never made it out of the mall. I worked at the Gap. My check never made it out of the mall. And so it was, it was sneakers for me, and then I would dig through the used bin to see what I could pick up for my PS2. PS2. It was a Christmas gift from my mom. It was that weird age where you still got presents for Christmas, right? So I was 16. My mom got me the PS2 for Christmas and didn't buy me no games. So all I had was, whatever was backwards compatible from my PS1. And so at that point, but I pretty much kept it to sports games. I didn't really play too much outside of that. So for me, every year I get Madden, every year I get Live, because that was before 2K. So every year I get Madden, every year I get Live, and then that was pretty much it. Every once in a while, I had I was into Tekken, so I had Tekken, and then I had this game. I don't know if y'all remember this game, but it was this game. It was like their claim to fame was it was a samurai fighting game where you didn't have a life bar, so like at any point the match could end. And it was called Bushido Blade.
Mm.
That game
Okay.
was lit. Like you could legitimately like draw your sword and cut somebody's head off to like start the match. So it was a lot more tactical than just Street Fighter. You jump to the back, start throwing your Hadoukens, do a kick, do a punch, jump to the back. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, if I get my hands on you, this might be over. So that game was fire. But outside of that, honestly, I didn't buy a lot of games. Because I was I was too busy. I was worried about my drip. worried about my drip. So
Yo,
I had
yo,
Air Forces in every color you could imagine. That's what I used to do.
yo.
All right, well, anyway, that has been another episode of the Super Dope Podcast. We have Pink Salt Bay up here, D's, Ghost down bottom, and I have been Jedi. We'll see you next time.
Peace.